Okay, gentlemen, this is going to be the at-home workout. All of these can be done body weight. There's a couple of them that we're going to be able to add weight if you can. I'll instruct you on how it goes. But this can be a follow along, or you can just look at some of these for form cues, okay? But in the description of this video is going to be the list of the exercises. In the email I sent you is going to be the list of the exercises, and we're just going to go for it. So 3, 2, 1, we're going to start with jumping jacks. 100 jumping jacks. 1, 2. So with jumping jacks, I'll try to talk as best I can. I might lose track, but it is what it is. With jumping jacks, we can break it into 2 rounds of 50. That should be fine. My count is 20 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just doing something to get the heart rate up. Nothing too crazy. Jumping jacks are good. You can run in place, do some hip circles. Just some nice way to do some form of cardiovascular warm-up to get the blood pumping and the body working. That was 50 for me. At least my count was. I'll take a couple seconds, catch my breath, but I do want to, in some capacity, start to need to catch my breath. Okay, here we go. 1, second set, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm using my hands to count. Helpful to do that. I'm going around to 10. Calves are burning already. Heart rate is raising. If you're just starting your day with this, it is kind of nice to do this with a sweater on, just so that you can increase your body temperature a little bit more. That was 90, my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Okay, so I forgot to start my watch. Dang it. Gotta get credit for this. I'm not going to get credit. Okay, so that probably took less than 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the squats. 100 bodyweight squats is what we're working towards. You can break it up as much as you like. I'm going to do 4 sets of 25, and the last 50, I'm going to show you how it works with the weight. So I also have my toe spacers in. Something nice to do if you have them to really get a nice grip on the ground. So I'm going to get started here. 1. So for a bodyweight squat, I'm just going to try to keep my chest up, knees pushing out, and then I'm also not really trying to go super low. I have a problem with my right knee. When I go a little too low, it clicks, and it doesn't hurt, it just doesn't feel that great. So I just kind of do shallow squats, but I'm focusing on what my feet are doing and what my how my legs feel and all that kind of stuff. I lost count somewhere along the way. I may be actually 10 behind, but this could be 20 is what I'm going to say it is. 1, 2, I could be wrong on that. 3, 4, 5, first set of 25, or maybe I just did 35. Actually not sure, but we'll say it's 25. I'd rather overdo it than underdo it. So I'll take a couple seconds here. Let my legs calm down a little bit. And from this plane, a little bit of toes out is fine, like turning the feet, shoulder width apart, go down. I'll do these next 25 from this angle so you can see what it looks like, but I'm doing the same thing here. Feet kind of slightly out. Okay, so from here, that's kind of as low as I'm going, okay? My knee feels fine there. I have no problem. My hips feel good, my back feels good. I've started my second set of 25 without weight here. The last 50 I'll show you how to do with weight. And all I want you to do is over time, do more and more of the 100 with weight. Standing up all the way straight at the top, using my glutes, quads, nice flat feet, using my whole foot, and that's 50 total. Okay, so I have 2 kettlebells at my house. 130, 115. I'm going to use the 30 for the next 50 squats that I do. So the way that I like to use the kettlebell for weighted squats kind of looks a little bit like a deadlift too. So this is actually a really perfect substitute for the hex bar. Obviously, no one has that at home. So if you have a kettlebell, you can just hold it right here. Or if you have a dumbbell, you can hold it vertically and hold it at on one of the weighted sides so that it hangs vertically. And it'll essentially be the same. Okay, so here I am. This is where I'll hold it. Pull my shoulder blades back. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Same exact form. Now I just have a weight just going straight up and down. Kettlebell is not swinging at all. I'm just going up and down from here. I think that's 10. I can't count as easily with my fingers. So 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's 25. Next 25, I'll show you from this angle. I'm going to rest it a little bit. I think a 30-pound, 15-pound kettlebell combo works really well for at home. 30 pounds is good for a lot of stuff. 15 pounds is good for a lot of stuff. That's, maybe you need something a little lighter, the 15. Okay, 30 pounds. Here we go, second set of 25. 1. 100. Okay, I'm actually going to put this 30-pound away. I'm not going to need it anymore. 15 is what I'm going to use during the next exercise after I do a few body weights. So now what we're going to do is a single leg movement. We're also going to sneak in some upper body. Okay, push-ups are really easy, essentially, to do when you don't have any equipment, and it kind of gets the upper body going. Okay, so single leg RDLs, tipping birds, a lot of different names for this. You're going to be up nice and tall like this. I'm going to do the first set of 10 on each side here. So up nice and tall here, tip forward, kind of reach for some arbitrary point, and then come up. And I'm going to do my best to make my way through the set of 10 without losing my balance, without touching anything. I'm not perfect. At some point along the way, I'll have to touch, but like right now. Okay, but you just want to do your best. That's going to be 6. You just want to do your best to keep good balance the whole time. And if you ever are off balance, get balanced before you start the next rep. That was 10, okay? From that plane, I'll show you 10 from this plane with the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Here comes 10. Beautiful. Okay, now I've done 10, 10. About to do some push-ups. Push-ups are pretty straightforward. I'm sure you know how to do them. I don't go all the way down because of my shoulder. I kind of go to about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Beautiful. Okay. And that's one set. We're doing 5 of that whole thing, of the single leg RDLs and the push-ups, okay? So back to the single leg RDLs. I'll talk to you again about what the feet are doing. So in this position, I'm trying to think about that tripod foot so that my foot is working. I got 3 key points on my foot that I'm pushing through. The ball of my foot, kind of that pinky toe area, and then the heel. And I'm trying to keep even pressure through those 3 points as I move around. So still thinking about the tripod foot. Still thinking about the tripod foot. Still thinking about the tripod foot. Okay, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Catch my balance before I get into the next one. 8, 9, 10. Okay, show you from this angle. And the tripod foot position and foot stability is easier to do when you have the toe spacers in. The toe spacers help you a little bit in a good way. It's not like a crutch. Kind of positions the foot where it needs to be, and then your feet can get stronger. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Okay, back to push-ups. Next set of the RDLs I'm going to start doing with this kettlebell. 1. Okay. All right. Third set, here we come. So with the kettlebell, you're going to do it with weight. You're going to hold it in the same side as the moving leg. So this leg's in the air. That's where the kettlebell is going to be. So I'm up here. Get it better in the frame. Here. Tip forward. That's 1. 2. Now, truth be told, I'm doing these a little faster than I typically would like. These are nice to do slow and controlled. So if you're taking a little bit longer on these, I actually applaud you on that. 10. 10 was a sloppy one. All right. Here we go. 8, 9. Catching my balance. Here comes 10. Wow, 10 is a sloppy one for me. Okay. Back to push-ups. This is the third set that I'm finishing here. 1, 2, 3. For push-ups, a tip I didn't mention. Try to push through the pads of your fingers and don't hang so much on the wrist itself. So you don't have to, I mean, obviously keep your wrist on the ground, but you're pushing through the pads of your fingers, kind of distributes the weight a little bit more. Okay. So I've done 3 sets. I'm working my way through them. I got 2 more on each side. I'm going to keep the weight. Here we go. Set number 4. Down, up, 1, down, 2. Okay. Now, depending on how well you're able to balance, how tired your feet get, how heavy the weight is, you're going to feel this in different zones. I'm not going to count to the 6. Okay. There's 6. 7. 8. 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I want 10 to be good here. 10, great. Okay, 4th set of those completed. Moving on to push-ups. Pushing to the pads of my fingers. Okay, only one more set of those. Up. 1, 2. If you're having a hard time with the balance, you can focus your gaze on one object. That was a sloppy set. Slower the better. I'm going a little too fast if I'm being honest. Catch yourself. So if you keep your gaze focused on one object that's not moving, you can typically balance better. Yoga term is called a dristi. For those of you into yoga or know that term. Okay. And maybe you didn't use weight for any of those. I'm putting mine away. Okay, last set of push-ups. Here we go. Okay. All right, done with all that. Now what I'm going to do is get into the side plank with leg raise. So I'm just going to put a pillow there for myself. I want to show you guys this angle. Okay, so with this exercise, I'm on this knee. This leg's here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. If you want to rest here, you can. I like to see if I can kind of burn through them. 1, 2, 3. Burns for me too. Third set, here we go. I do like to rifle through these though. Okay, 30 is enough. 30 is enough on each side. Okay, now we're gonna finish with some elbow planks. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 rounds of 1 minute. I'll flip this so I can see it better. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and up. So with plank, I like to make my hands and elbows into a triangle. Okay, so a nice solid base here. My body is nice and flat. Probably can't see it too well from this angle. Next set I'll do from the side. But you basically just hold this. Try not to break form. Don't let your hips drop. Don't let your hips raise. You try to stay in a nice line the whole time. Halfway now. "15 seconds left. Hang in there. 3, 2, 1, and drop. Okay. I'm going to give myself at least 30 seconds. So I'll show you this next one from the side. I'll have to kind of go a little diagonal here. I don't have a lot of space here, but I can still get a good workout in. I don't have a lot of equipment here, but I can still get a good workout in. So I'll show you as best I can what that straight line looks like. I'm going to go again. 3, 2, 1, and up. Okay, so see if I can shimmy a little bit. So here's my nice straight line. I'm not up. I'm not sinking. Nice straight line. I'm going to hold this for a minute. And maybe the first couple times you do this, you're like, oh my God, I could barely hang on for a minute. I need to take a break somewhere along the way. It's okay. That's where you start. For any of this stuff, if it feels like you're having a hard time keeping up with me, that's okay. Over time, you'll get better and better. It'll get easier and easier. And it won't be as hard to keep up. You'll be able to hold it longer. You'll be able to use heavier weights. You'll have more control. 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and done. We are done for the day. My watch says about 20 minutes. I started a little late though because I didn't include the jumping jacks. So that's something you can do in easily less than 30 minutes. You have the time for it. You don't need any equipment. If you can, use some weights. Do that one time a week. It'll perfectly complement all the running and all the other lifting we're doing. Take care.